All right guys, it rained about 2 inches last night and the woods are completely saturated. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to start a fire when everything's soaking wet. So basically, what do you need for a fire? You need heat, you need oxygen, and you need fuel. You need those three things. So with that being said, we're going to look for kindling. All right, we're going to find us something to bird nest up where we can make us a real quick fire. When you look up into the trees like these right here, this stuff right here is going to be drier than the stuff that's on the ground. So whenever you grab stuff out of the trees like this, it's been sitting, even though it rained all night last night, it's been sitting in this tree with the wind blowing on it, and it's been drying out the whole time. So that is going to be a lot drier. Now, I am in Mississippi, so we have a lot of pine trees here. Pine trees create what is called fatwood. For me, it's called lighter knot, yeah. But anyway, fatwood is basically when a resinous tree, like a pine tree or cypress tree or, stuff like that, dies, the resin sinks to the bottom, all right? And that becomes some very good fire starting material. So you could do a couple of things with it. You can make feather sticks out of it, or you could do my favorite thing, which is take the 90-degree spine of your knife and scrape up and down until you get some real fine shavings, and they light almost instantly with a ferro rod. Hang tight. All right, what we have here is an old dead pine tree that fell over. It's a young one. So basically, this is gonna have some fatwood in it, and you can tell because it's real hard. It's real, it don't want to budge. So if you take your saw, your trusty but not rusty saw, this poor thing's been through it. Anyway, take your saw and you start cutting. All right, this is what is going to be used as our fat wood. We could cut this down even more. We could split it and we can make little feather sticks out of it. And that's going to be some easy fire starting stuff. All right, now that we have our fat wood here, you shave some of this bark off. You see right here, all this resin, that stuff is great for starting fires. Now that I have all the bark off, you can see the different colors here. All right, this stuff is real thick with resin in it. It smells like turpentine. So you can take the 90-degree spine of your knife. Let's see if we can do this. And you scrape this puppy. Just like that. Those little shavings right there are perfect for starting a fire. And it don't matter if they're wet or not. This stuff will light even if it's kind of wet. It smells just like turpentine or pine sol. Now that we have our fat wood we're going to use to start this fire, let's collect some kindling. Now this stuff is perfect for starting fires. It's good and dry, even though it rained all night last night, because it's been sitting in the wind drying out all day. And all these little twigs are perfect little kindling. Now that we have some kindling to go with our fire tinder, which is going to be fat wood, we can start us a fire no matter how wet it is. We're going to use the 90-degree spine on the back of our knife. I just did a video on this the other day. So a sharp 90-degree spine is what you need for your knife. Now that is enough to start a fire, but just in case we're having trouble, we're going to go ahead and split this log and make some feather sticks too. Now we're going to take our trusty but not rusty knife and we're going to split this log down into small pieces. And we're going to use the other end of that Fatwood. Now let's make feather sticks. What I like to do is I start on a sharp edge here and go down, and then keep rolling that edge all the way around, and then start over and just keep following that edge. Work with me here. Now that, well, once that gets lit, that is going to stay lit. There's another way you can do this too. You can put your knife down in there like that, and you can pull it back. This takes a little practice. It takes a little while to get used to, but once you get used to it, it's just like anything else you do in the woods. Another feather stick. Now that we have our Fatwood shavings and our feather sticks, now we can start a fire. And it doesn't matter how wet it is, this stuff will burn in the rain. Hey, when you start the fire in the woods, be responsible, clean your area out around it so it won't catch the whole woods on fire. There we go. Now this stuff's gonna light quick, it's gonna burn quick, and our dry stuff's gonna catch on fire real fast. That's how you start a fire when everything's soaking wet. Hey, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like, follow, and share. Leave a comment, let me know what you think or what you use to start a fire in the woods, and I'll see you next time. God bless you.